As the UN Climate Conference enters its second week, much work is still to be done to outturn the divisions between the rich nations and the poor ones clamoring for aid. Vulnerable nations are suffering from the acceleration of the climatic catastrophes. South Sudan, for example, is facing record-breaking rains and flood for a fourth consecutive year. While half of the country is suffering severe droughts, the other half is experiencing extreme flooding, contributing to high food insecurity.
All our food is ruined. You can see my sorghum crops. The floods bring hunger because they all take all our food. If we have no food, how can we survive?
The surface area of land permanently submerged underwater has tripled, and an already dire food security situation exacerbated, leaving 2.9 million people at risk of starvation.
Countries in the Middle East, namely Syria and Iraq, are suffering a devastating crisis that could fuel more turmoil in the region as communities fight over dwindling water resources. Syria saw its worst drought in more than 70 years in 2021, with harvests across the country hit hard.
There is a drought affecting the wells, and water in the Euphrates has reached a very low level. Before, we used to get water from a very close distance, but now the water is 400 meters away.
The prolonged drought in the Middle East has also hit Iraqi farmers who are unable to find water for their farmlands. According to experts, Iraq has been devastated by lower rainfall in addition to the decades of conflicts.
As a result of water shortage, there are social problems. Water scarcity causes disputes between people from neighboring areas. Those at the downstream want water, and they consider that those upstream took the water. But in reality, it is water scarcity that caused these problems.
The climate emergency is having serious and devastating consequences, especially for people living in conflict situations and those who don't have access to basic health care. Thus, world leaders are called on to ensure the support for vulnerable countries to adapt to a changing climate.